Hey friends, welcome back to Heartland Family Adventures. Today we're excited to take you on an incredible journey that we had aboard the Royal Caribbean's Allure of the Seas. There's truly nothing better than waking up to the sound of the ocean and having breakfast delivered right to your room. We got up early and enjoyed room service with beautiful views from our balcony. After breakfast, we headed off the ship to explore a perfect day at CocoCay and Royal Caribbean's private island. Our first stop was the adults-only Hideaway Beach, where we relaxed in a serene setting surrounded by palm trees and crystal clear waters. It was the perfect spot to unwind and soak up the sun. Later that evening, we celebrated the 4th of July with some amazing live music and festive decorations, and they even had a balloon drop. We enjoyed yet another amazing dinner at Coastal Kitchen, and it was lobster night, and it definitely didn't disappoint. After dinner, we headed to the Rising Tide Bar for some cocktails and some stunning views of Central Park. I really love those twinkly lights that create a really magical atmosphere. To wrap up our perfect day, we caught the Blades Ice Show, followed by a late-night comedy show at the Amber Theater. From relaxing at CocoCay to celebrating the 4th of July in style, it truly was an unforgettable day aboard the Allure of the Seas. I hope you enjoy reliving this adventure with us, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for notifications so you don't miss our future travels and adventures. We woke up this morning to beautiful blue ocean, and we spotted land. Land ho! Perfect day at CocoCay coming our way. Hey Dave.
Hello.
So we have an early morning this morning at CocoCay, and so Dave ordered us some room service. And so it's a kind of continental breakfast room service. We got croissant, some donuts and pastries, got cornflakes and Raisin Bran cereal, of course coffee, and then what do we have over here? Oh, we got English muffin and bagels. And it comes with kind of butter and jams and cream cheese. And all of our coffee fixings. Looks really good. Nice kind of light continental breakfast you can get complimentary for room service, which is really nice. It's an easier morning for us to get ready, and as we're getting ready for our big day.
We're here on the 4th of July, and they have the main dining room all decorated. American flags everywhere. Pretty cool that they did some special touches. On our way to CocoCay. See, there's our ship. And we've got a neighbor. It's usually 2 ships every day here on the island. They've got lots of different areas to set up at, so should be able to accommodate all the guests.
Pool table, lounge chairs, of course a bar. Very nice. Look at this. This is cozy. Morning.
Morning.
On the docks. Pretty. We're here first thing this morning. The first one's coming to the beach.
So as you come in, you have kind of the sports bar area. You got restrooms right there, and there's the food stop. So this will open at 11. It'll be 11 to 3. They have a lot of the same stuff they have in other parts of the island, but they have a few special things that are only here at Hideaway Beach. Those are the signature selections. It's a nice big protected little outlet. Nice, just gentle water and tons of chairs and umbrellas. Morning. There's another little bar. Lots of little picnic tables with umbrellas, places to eat in the shade. They do have juice stations you can come that are complimentary, or just plenty of spots to get ice water. And there's Hideaway Pool. So we got here really early. We're pretty much right after opening. We got off the ship right at 8 o'clock, so it's very quiet, but this is gonna be hopping soon. The pool, they got these little loungers if you want to just be in the pool. Swim up bar. Really cool. Get kind of a full walk through here. All those by the beach and the sand. This is an infinity pool. Really big. You see it's got some little spots where you can soak with your drink too there, and the small bar, and kind of just hang out. Set up to do volleyball in the pool. There'll be beach balls out here later. And come back this way. These are all the loungers by the pool. They've got lots of them. I know they'll fill up. You want to get one of these in the pool, so I think we're gonna grab one. Get out here early. This way, show you the smoke bar area. Yeah, so this is the cheese pepperoni barbecue chicken, or that's the specialty thing here is their seafood pizza, but they also do empanadas. That's over here on the far side. See over here they have the really, really high-end cabanas. These have their own private pool, their own private infinity pool. So these few cabanas tucked back here. It's really cool. Take a look at it from the other side. There's There's that pool bar, the beach, and the cabanas over there. See, there's actually a photographer going around, so if you do get the photo package, you can get photos in the pool. He's just going around in the pool, so kind of cool. So it's people getting nice pictures at the infinity edge overlooking the ocean. So yeah, lots of nice little extras here. It's a little after 10 now, and it's still pretty chill here. You see there's plenty of these loungers available in the pool. People have definitely claimed the front spots, but there's still loungers available. We're here at the very beginning of July, and yeah, I was expecting this to be a lot more full, honestly. The pool is not real crowded. See, they just got kind of a nice little beat going, but it doesn't bother us. It's still pretty relaxing, really. That swim bar. It's just such a big area. There's plenty of places to kind of spread out people. You look over here, they do have a spot, so you're supposed to bring your own towel, but that was really easy. It was right by the gangplank where you get off. You can check out towels. But they say if your towel is soaking wet, they'll exchange it for you right there. It's the other little cove to the pool. See, pretty chill over here too. People definitely claim these day beds. There's just a few of them, so if you want one of those, get out here early, but they were available when we showed up. Over here they got some little chairs you can claim for the day. Over here they have the soft serve ice cream over by the pizza station. There's another little bar here right next to the pizza too. Here's where you get the pizza and empanadas. Posted as 11 o'clock to start, but the pizza actually, I came over here at 10:15 and they're already serving, so I'm not sure if they actually start at 10, but might want to check. Sometimes they start early. Again, they've got plenty of water and juice stations on both sides, easy to get to.
Happy 4th of July! Rockin' Bruce Springsteen, the boss. Now it's a happy 4th.
So I've got a little ways from the pool now, over by the pizza and empanada station, but the party really gets started about 11. So if you get out there early, you have about 3 hours of chill. They just play kind of a nice beat, but it's a lot lower volume, and it's kind of nice and chill. And then the party really gets started. They crank up the music. There's a DJ. See the beach ball, the games start. But if you want a chill time, see, I'll just kind of walk this way. Once you get out here, see, there's not a whole lot of these taken. If you want to just relax, that is definitely an option. Get over there at the end. Music's a lot quieter. You can get a chill time here at Hideaway Beach too if you want. So it's kind of like a lot of things we found with Royal Caribbean. They provide a lot of different options based on what kind of, what your preference is. You really want to party, you really want to just kind of chill and relax. So the pizza here, they got cheese, pepperoni, kind of supreme, and then the seafood. Here's the empanadas. So they have 3 different kinds. Here on the menu, chicken, beef, and apple. I just got one of each so we can try them all. Okay. Got them fresh and ready to go. You can see here there's no line right now, just come up and grab it.
Alright, before we get some noise for your bartenders and bar servants, what is going on? Shout out to all the veterans in the house. Thank you so much for your service to all veterans. Respect to you guys. But also my first responders on vacation. Shout out to all the first responders.
So over to the side of the snack shack. Once it's lunchtime, they also put out fresh fruit and cookies. Got all your condiments over here. They have toppings if you got a burger or a chicken sandwich. They're also doing soft serve ice cream over here. So they've got a couple different spots that you can get it. This is over here by the snack shack.
After spending most of the day at Hideaway Beach, we decided to explore some of the rest of the island in the afternoon, walking over to Harbor Beach and Chill Island. Now the Chill Grill is a nice spot we found right next to Chill Island in Harbor Beach, where you can get complimentary beachside barbecue, fresh salads, tacos, and self-serve beer, and they're open from 11:30 to 3 o'clock. We enjoyed walking along Chill Island, where they have some nice protected coves and lots of beachfront lounges. This is definitely a very family-friendly area where the water is really gentle and just kind of really nicely eases into the ocean, and tons of loungers and seating here. Next, we walked along the beach up to the breezy bay at Chill Island, where you can see the floating cabanas out on the water, and these are available to rent at an extra cost. Closer to the center of the island is the Oasis Lagoon and the Up, Up, and Away hot air balloon ride that you can do for an extra cost. This is a 10-minute hot air balloon ride that goes up 450 feet above the island. The Oasis Lagoon is the largest freshwater pool in the Caribbean, with 3 swim-up islands, a swim-up bar, and a zero entry, making it great for families. Close to the Oasis Lagoon and Harbor Beach is the Splashaway Bay, which is a complimentary water park with water slides, fountains, pools, and some fun splash and water dunking features that kids are definitely going to enjoy. They also have Captain Jill's Galleon that's right next to the Arrivals Plaza, which is another complimentary fun spot for kids with a pirate ship and slides and water cannons and some fun splash areas. After spending a full day on the island, we were ready to go back to the ship around 3 o'clock. Be sure to check your cruise app for the all aboard time, which typically ranges between 4 and 5 p.m., or you can also ask a crew member if you're not sure. We wanted to get back on board a little early to rest and get changed before the evening activities started. Hey friends, welcome back to Heartland Family Adventures. Today we're here to share with you all about day 4 of our cruise with the perfect day at CocoCay. So this for any of you who have cruised with Royal, or if you have an upcoming cruise with Royal, that is Royal's private island, where it's a beautiful island. And we were there on day 4 of our cruise. We spent most of the day on CocoCay, and there were two Royal ships at that port that day.
Which is pretty typical.
And so there's a lot of people, but it's a very, very large, lots of amenities, lots of activities to enjoy. So we were ready to get up and start our day early. Something I definitely encourage. If you've got a day at CocoCay, you're planning to get off the ship, make sure you get up early and get out there and enjoy those amenities early in the day.
Yeah. For us, it was 8 a.m. was the earliest, and we were down there waiting on the gangway for them to let you off. So
So we planned for that. We knew we wanted to go and take advantage, enjoy the most of our day, especially the morning hours when it's a little bit cooler, because we're there in July. It's very hot, so we know the late afternoon is going to get hot and steamy out there. Definitely wanted to enjoy as many hours at the pool before we had to get back on the ship by 5 o'clock. So that was kind of, you have your 8 to 5. That's a good long day. So we did start our day kind of intentionally. We knew it was going to be early, so we actually ordered room service to our room. As long as you place your order in the evening or in advance of the morning that you want it. I think it was by 10 p.m. the night before.
I even did it later than that. But you can call on the phone. There's a little room service thing. Or you can hang something on your door, which you might do that earlier. But if it's later, you can call and still get it done. But they do have the door hang thing, traditional thing where you check what you want, put it on your door, and they'll bring you in the morning. And one thing that maybe a lot of people aren't aware of is that continental breakfast is free for delivery. There's some other items that they'll do a service fee if you get some of the other stuff, but they'll have clearly labeled all the stuff that you can get. That's part of that. That's no charge. So it's going to be your continental style breakfast, your pastries, your fruit, your cereals, your juice, coffee. Very important, coffee. So you can get all of those things delivered to your room. We'd asked for a 6:45 delivery. We did get ours a little earlier. I think they arrived at 6:30. So we weren't quite up and moving quite yet. So that kind of surprised us. They were a little bit earlier. It's kind of the thing that a lot of people will do it. I do this sometimes as like a wake up call. So you might want to do that because it was early for us, but it was nice. We were able to just kind of enjoy some time in our room and breakfast in the room as we were getting ready for our day at CocoCay. But it was good. It was a good breakfast for continental breakfast. I enjoyed it. It was decent. We were able to sit on our balcony and kind of enjoy the views of CocoCay there as we were sitting there and getting ready to get off on the island. So then whenever it was time for us to, like Dave said, we were one of the first ones down there. There was definitely a lot of people who were down there and waiting to get off the ship right when it was time, right before 8 o'clock. But it went very smoothly. As soon as they released everybody to go onto the island, you kind of go down this long kind of bridge area. And they do have, it's kind of, when you get off, if you don't know, you kind of have to, there's trams there. That'll take you right off the ship that you can go grab those, especially if you have difficulty walking. They're there, right there. But you can also walk to the end of the bridge and then take a tram. And then take a tram from there. And that's what most people do. It's a little bit faster because you might have to wait a little while for the trams that are right at the boat. But that's what we did. We walked down, we got a tram there at the end, got some pictures of the boats and the front of the island. They had some nice picture spots, some live music. We'll show you all of that kind of as you're coming in off the ship and onto the island. Some really fun picture spots and live music. And then, of course, the transportation to take you where you're wanting to go. There was a lot of people who were walking it. There's also trams available if you would rather do that. That one of the things that we did that was kind of special for this trip, since it was just Dave and I, we did kind of one of what you would call one of the upgrades that you can purchase for CocoCay, which is the Hideaway Beach, which is the adults only area. So you want to talk a little bit about that? So it's you can go to CocoCay totally free, lots of activities you can do, but they do have some of these little other areas that you can pay for. One of them is Hideaway Beach, but it's adults only. And what it
18
is,
plus.
18 plus, right? And it's just a special area that I'd say it's more, maybe a little more upscale than other areas. It's got, everything's a little more condensed, which is nice because they've got the pool with a swim bar and immediately adjacent to a little beach area. But they also have food right there that's all complimentary. They have a few options that aren't available other places of the island. They do pizza there, they don't do other places and stuff like that. So that's why I thought it was a good choice for us, because we're doing this without the kids. We're going to come back later with the kids, so we want to try it. We're going to post a separate video about it to give you real details about the whole, the whole experience. But I will say that it's something that we were really happy with. I would recommend, if you're okay with paying a little extra, we thought it was well worth it. The price does vary quite a bit based on when you go, so keep that in mind. But it's something that I would jump on again.
We really enjoyed our day there. I'd say it definitely, it was really nice and quiet in the morning. I was really chill.
I would say that's a big key too. A lot of people, probably most of the people, showed up much later, like noon or later. The first, we were there right after 8, maybe it was like 8:15 when we got in there. Those first like 3 hours were really chill. It was nice. So we got the perfect spot by the pool. It's one of those things. If you're gonna be able to get a beach chair, but if you want like one of the prime spots, you're gonna be there early. And we claimed that, and we were just able to relax several hours. And then later on, the party kind of starts.
It does get more crowded in the afternoon. There is a swim up bar, as you can imagine. So at the pool, it's really, really large pool though. So people are able to spread out. I didn't feel crowded in the pool whatsoever.
The pool's huge.
The pool is huge. But I would say it gets more livelier. They've got a live DJ and music. It gets livelier in the pool as the afternoon goes on. People are drinking, having a fun time.
But it was really fun.
But it was really, really fun.
They had beach balls going, and people were just gathering. Just, hitting back and forth the beach ball.
It was a nice, just poolside vibe, just a really fun vibe. And it's beautiful views. It was kind of that cascading pool with the drop off, a little waterfall over the edge.
It's an infinity edge pool. That's where we spent a lot of our days. We'd get a drink. We just kind of walk over to the edge of the pool and just sit there. And you kind of hear this kind of like a waterfall.
Kind of this waterfall feature down to the rocks below. And you're looking out over the ocean. It was gorgeous.
Great.
Absolutely gorgeous. So we really enjoyed most of our day there. We tried most all of the food options they had. But then we also walked around the rest of the rest of the island to get a kind of a high level overview of some of the other amenities and things that they offer. Some of the slides, the kids' water parks, the pool that's open to everyone. If you haven't purchased this special adults only package, there is a really, really large pool as well.
Which is enormous.
Yes, a water splash area for the kids, slides, fun things, and lots of beaches. So my goodness, so many beach chairs and lounges and space for you to spread out all over the place, depending on whatever your preference may be.
Independence Day, or as we affectionately call it, the 4th of July. As it's more commonly spoken of, it celebrates the day that occurred in 1776 when the Continental Congress approved the Declaration of Independence. From that day onward, the 13 counties which made up most of the East Coast, from Massachusetts to Georgia, were on their way to becoming a sovereign nation and the first states of the United States. Today we celebrate that momentous moment in U.S. history with barbecues, fireworks, good day trips to the beach, a far cry from what our founding fathers did, but they would have done it if they could have. It's easy to forget why we celebrate Independence Day. So we're going to remind you of some of the great people and great speeches that made America great. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we've got inspirational quotes that will make you proud to be an American.
Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. Very good, very good. The cheese is so big. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Now they cut it. Oh, it's so good. It's beautiful, like sweet onion flavor. I'm gonna have to cut this.
Use your knife.
The knife.
With soup.
My soup. There's like a little, see the bread down here too. Sourdough crust or French bread crust. Just trying to get a little piece of cheese here. There we go.
Yeah, look at that.
Woo-hoo.
This is kind of one of the things you're known for anyway, but here at Coastal Kitchen, you think it'd be even better.
There we go. Oh my goodness. Such good flavor. It's such a sweet onion broth. It's really, really nice. With the cheese, yeah. It's always so good. All right, so Dave got the tuna tartare.
They're being adventurous, yeah.
Yes, he likes fresh tuna though. It looks really good.
Seems very fresh.
We got a nice little crostini with it.
Let's try it with that.
Yeah, I bet that's really good on the bread. What you think?
Nice combo.
Yeah, good combination.
Nice, really crunchy, buttery bread with the tuna.
Uh-huh.
I like it. It's not for everybody. I know that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, if you like.
yeah, it's super fresh.
Like,
You can tell.
I'm sure it's like sashimi grade. Yeah.
I think they just call it.
Right. We are cruising again. We are headed back to Port Canaveral. So we'll arrive there early in the morning. You'll see there's another cruise ship here in the distance. We're kind of going alongside over here. Just enjoying the views up here. We love the views from Coastal Kitchen. It's gorgeous up here.
They set us here in the window every night.
Yeah, we've had very close to like this seat almost every evening. And just enjoying the views as we're sailing and enjoying the delicious food. Yep.
There's a lobster.
Lobster.
And you can get it served with the shell or without.
So they basically took it out of the shell for me, drizzled over this amazing looking sauce. We've got lots of stuff going on in here. And then we've got like this little fin, this little tail. There for kind of a pretty, but try this sweet sauce, a little bit of everything. Very fresh. Nice balance of like citrus and butter and beautiful. Get the lobster flavor shining through. That's really, really good.
Yeah, they give you like a lemon too, to kind of probably help give it a little bit of brightness, acidity. It might help a little bit too. It's really nice. I'm not sure what this sauce down here is. Almost looks like little shavings of like sweet potato. It's good. Really good. Almost like a squash or a beef. Sure. Got lots of stuff going on here. It's delicious. Really nice and light. Really nice light entree, but really complex, beautiful flavors. It's really good. I like that.
Right. So Dave did a menu hack. They have the classic menu, which has the New York strip every night. You can always pick that. But then the special of the night was lobster. So he asked if he could do steak and lobster. So of course, they brought the lobster kind of out of the shell for you there too on the side.
You can't. It's lobster.
Beautifully cooked. How's your steak?
Steak is nice.
Yeah. It's a New York strip.
Yeah. It's perfectly medium. It's a nice strip.
Is it a grilled?
Yeah.
Or-
It's a nice strip.
Yeah.
Well seasoned.
Yeah.
You know, it's very tender for a strip. Not as good as the fillet they have.
Yeah, the filet. Yeah, probably my favorite too.
But still a solid steak.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it. Very good.
Nice.
All right, we're back. We hope you guys enjoyed that, and we were able to kind of go and rest and get changed for the evening for another dinner. So we went back again to our coastal kitchen, one of our favorite dinner spots on the ship. We had a little bit earlier dinner reservation that night because we had a reservation to the Blades ice show that evening. So they were able to accommodate us to make sure that we enjoyed our meal, kind of moved things a little quicker so that we could get out to that Blades show that evening.
Yeah.
But that was really, really, really nice. I would say it was lobster night, I would say. So they had almost every cruise. I know that's a thing with Royal, is that at least one of the nights you're going to be able to enjoy some lobster. So they did offer it to us to either have it in or out of the shell. So I asked for mine out of the shell, and it was so beautifully plated. It was so gorgeous. But Dave, you went with something else. So
Yeah,
you
always
did it like
throw-
a modification. I
Yeah,
would
and you
say.
can do this a lot, in the main dining room too. I think is kind of you just get asking for surf and turf.
Yeah.
Because there's also a steak in the menu, and they'll accommodate you to
Yeah.
get the steak and the lobster.
So you had like the New York strip, but then like the little bit of lobster on the side, which was perfect for
Yeah,
you.
it was delicious. Yeah.
But I really, really enjoyed the meal. I got the French onion soup. That's kind of another one of the signature things that's well known with Royal. Their French onion soup is amazing. I would say it's up there with probably some of the best French onion soup I've had. It was so good. I loved the lobster dish. It was so light and just delicious and flavorful. And then for dessert, I got the apple cobbler, which I hadn't tried yet, and I think you tried it earlier in the week. And then what was the dessert you got?
That was like one of the misses.
Yeah.
So they had a different creme brulee.
Yeah.
That was the one thing that we got. Sam got before the creme brulee, and it just got messed up. It had not said it was the soup.
Yeah.
This time I got a creme brulee.
It was a dulce de leche creme brulee.
And it wasn't great either, to be honest.
You know,
it was just, and
it looked like it had set up, but it was more
the consistency
it was a gelatin texture.
Yeah, the consistency was wrong, and I didn't really care for the flavor that much.
Yeah.
So
that was only one of the bummers on, I think, as far as dining was concerned, because we love our creme brulee, and both times we tried to get the creme brulee, it was kind of they just didn't hit the mark, But that's tough.
Yeah.
That's a tough thing. I've made creme brulee at home. It's really, I would imagine it's very tough to mass produce for a cruise.
Yeah.
But
the other dishes, all the other desserts were good.
Yeah.
I think my favorite was probably the berry cobbler. It was really good.
Oh, that's right. You had the blueberry cobbler that one night. That was so good. I loved the apple cobbler, and they put it with, of course, it's warm in this nice little dish, and then a dollop of vanilla ice cream, and just melts right in there. It's so delicious. But another fantastic dinner, wonderful, wonderful service at Coastal Kitchen. We'll do a full overview of all of our evenings at Coastal Kitchen. If you're interested, have an upcoming trip where you're going to be maybe dining there. We shared a full overview of every single one of our meals and kind of a deep dive into the menu and the options that are available and kind of our takeaways. So if you want to check that out, check out that separate kind of standalone video for a full overview of that restaurant.
Ladies and gentlemen, searching for Blade's playlist. Here is what I found for Blade's playlist.
Now we're back to talk to you about our late evening plans. So right after dinner, we actually had reservations to Blades, which is the ice show. That's down in Studio B on deck 4 of the ship. And it's a miniature little ice rink. It was so neat. So it's an ice rink with kind of theater style seating around it. And we had been there earlier in the week. They actually do some other activities down there and they kind of cover the ice. You can also, they have ice skating throughout the day where you can go down there. You can actually ice skate at different times
They have
during your
scheduled
cruise.
times. Look on the app. But yeah, you can go ice skate, which is
it's
cool.
kind of neat. I think that would be fun for kids. But on this evening, we had heard really good things about the ice show. Very talented figure skaters. Oh my goodness, I was so impressed.
Talented and a really well choreographed kind of. They threw in comedy. They threw in just really. I don't know, I loved it. It was great, and it's something that would be great for families too. This is another one of the top things. I know we're going to come back with our kids and shit, and they're going to love it.
Yeah, it is a shorter show, but it is action packed. So I think it was like a 50-minute show, but it was just like so full of entertainment. Like I think we had a kind of a family sitting next to us. The kids were just absolutely mesmerized the entire time. I think our kids would absolutely love it.
And there's a part where they were kind of busting up laughing too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I liked that they had a little bit of everything. Truly talented skaters. I think all of them said that they were, at the top of their game for figure skaters. These are all like really talented.
National competitors for their countries, and
they were all really, really talented. So I absolutely loved that. Great show. Highly recommend getting advance reservations to that show and enjoying that sometime during your cruise if you're going to be on the Allure. After that, since it was our last night of our cruise, they do have the option, something to keep in mind, is that you can kind of pack up your luggage and leave it outside of your room, and your attendant, they will take your luggage away to have it ready for you to pick up the next day. So if you don't want to have to carry your luggage with you while you're trying to get off the ship.
Because you need some stuff still for the evening and the morning. Yeah. So usually what we do is we keep one bag. Mm-hmm. You could keep a smaller bag or you keep a whole suitcase.
Yeah.
But we have them take the rest. And it does make it, the way they did it was so well done. I thought they have a lot of different stations. They give you a number, so it's clear. I don't know, it's like 1 up to 50 or something. And that just tells you where your suitcase will be once you get off the ship. And, you know, not to skip ahead, but when we got off the ship, it took us 30 seconds to grab our suitcase.
Yeah, so convenient, so efficient and easy process. Yeah.
So I recommend that. It makes it so much easier to have them take at least most of your luggage. So you don't have to try to haul all that off the ship.
Yeah. So we actually went back after the Blade show. We went back and kind of packed up. We brought 3 suitcases with us. We packed up 2 of them for them to take away and just kept 1 of them so we could kind of have some of our toiletries and clothes we needed for the final day for getting off the ship, and just kept those with us and just be easy. One suitcase is very easy for us to manage versus having to kind of haul around 3 with us the next morning.
And we had to be
less stress. I think
we had to be out of the room by 8 o'clock, just so you know. So you could get up early and pack. But if you do it the night before, it gives you can sleep a little more.
Yeah, that was the perk for us. Like we thought, oh, we'll pack this stuff up tonight, get those out of the way. Then it's one less thing to do in the morning, so you're not kind of having to get up even earlier and stressing over getting everything packed up in the morning. So that was nice for us. That worked out really well for us. After we got our stuff packed and then we went off to enjoy some of the late evening things. Again, so one of the things that we did that was kind of on our list of fun things to try that we hadn't done yet on this cruise, we did the Rising Tide Bar. So it's in the promenade on deck 5. So it's a rising bar. So it was up to the Central Park.
Deck 5 up to Central Park, which is
deck 8. Oh, so it rises 3 levels.
And you could actually you can ride. You can go up there and you can get off at Central Park if you want, or you could just stay on and wait for it to go back down. I believe it's supposed to be a 30-minute experience. When you get on, you usually have to wait a little while for them to let other people on. They'll stay there for like 5 or 10 minutes. Then he locks it up and you rise up. And then they stop at Central Park again for a little while, and then you go back down. So it's just kind of a fun little thing. I enjoyed it. I think it's something you want to do at least once in your cruise.
I would encourage you if you have time to kill, at least I would say plan for 30 to 45 minutes probably. They have a bar right there. That's what it is. It's a rising bar. So you can order some drinks and just enjoy the views as you're kind of going up and then back down. They had pretty twinkling lights. I always love the views from Central Park at night. So you could see that. And it's fun. You're just kind of in the middle of things, kind of in the thick of things. You get to enjoy all the things going around. If you like people watching or just like enjoying the vibe on being on the ship, it's a fun central location to be in, to kind of enjoy everything going on around you. So that was a fun activity we did for the evening. Enjoyed a couple of drinks. And then we also made a reservation for one of the other kind of late night activities where you can make a reservation for, and that was for a comedy club show.
They put it in the Amber Theater, which is the big theater. So I would say this is one you don't need a reservation for. You can go ahead and make it if you're planning ahead, but
I would make a reservation for it just to make sure you have it. Our show, maybe ours, because of the last night of the ship, maybe it wasn't as packed. Others might be.
Pay attention if it's one of the big comedy shows, or they also have the little comedy live venue. That's pretty small. That you need a reservation for. If it's the big Amber Theater, then you're probably fine. But I think it was because this was pretty. This is pretty popular, and these were pretty. I was impressed with the talent of these comedians. This is the adults comedy. It's the late night one. So it's another thing where you need to be aware there's going to be adult content. There's some language. There's some adults. It's an adult comedy.
And they were very upfront about that. Of course, the cruise activities director actually kind of emceed the event, introduced each of the comedians. They had 2 different comedians that went on, and they each kind of did their own bit. But he also definitely said up front, like, hey, if you are sensitive to innuendos, to suggestive material and language, you probably need to leave. Of course, no children under age of 18. I would encourage you not to take your kids there. It's definitely, there was a lot of language. At least it's going to vary based on the comedians that you have that are at that time. The 2 comedians that we had, they had a lot of language, a lot of suggestive innuendo material.
But if it says adults only, you need to be aware of that. It's a comedy show and it's adults only. But I will say, if you like that sort of thing, they were funny.
they were hilarious.
They were hilarious. I was impressed. I'd say You know, especially the first guy was kind of like the lead up. The other guy went a little longer.
Headliner.
He was like the
definitely
headliner.
a headliner. And well known. I'd say one of the guys, it was really neat. I'll have to put their names down below once we find their names. The guy that kind of was the opening act, he was actually a co-writer of the book, He's Just Not That Into You.
Mm-hmm. And he was also a writer on Sex and the City.
Yeah, and a writer on Sex and the City. Yeah. So you show like talent. A lot of like really talented
But I would
comedians.
say it seemed like that was more of his background, and comedy's kind of his second thing.
Yeah.
He was funny,
but
his timing was a little bit different. You know, it wasn't quite as well paced.
Yeah.
Whereas the second guy, he's as good as any comedian I've ever seen.
Yeah, the first guy, he had some really funny jokes, really fun material, kind of cruise humor that everybody could kind of relate to. Enjoyed him. He had some really fun stories that he told, just kind of about his life and working on Sex and the City, and on that He's Just Not That Into You, or further as writing that book.
He was funny.
That was really
funny.
neat. We enjoyed that. But I would say, the kind of the premiere, the feature headliner, he was a Comedy Central, like seasoned, like comedian. Like he was like had perfect timing. I was crying. I was laughing so hard, just rolling. The theater was just rolling with laughter.
It was hilarious. Some of the things
act.
he said made you like, did he really just say that? Kind of outrageous kind of things, and
he was hilarious, absolutely hilarious. So if you enjoy a good comedy act, highly recommend you check that out on the Allure. I don't know how long the comedians stay. You know, it's probably sure that they have a contract term that they're on the ship for.
But in general, I would just any of the entertainment, I would give it a try, because I've been so impressed with the talent that they have. I mean, it's just
so good.
Last day, sadness, but what we like is Park Cafe. It was just one deck below, really quick and easy to get there, and you can go grab their breakfast in the morning. You can also go to the Windjammer or go to Cafe Promenade, but this is really quick and easy and convenient, and they had some nice options with eggs. They had breakfast sandwiches and the burritos and lots of different pastries, but this is kind of our favorites. We like these chocolate donuts. And I hadn't tried a chocolate croissant yet, so I'm gonna try that. There's our little monkey friend. One of the fun things they do, but we kind of left him there because we like it, and it was our last day. But they also give you an envelope at the last day if you want to do an additional tip for your stateroom attendant, which I definitely think you should. Even if you prepay gratuities, that's kind of just general for everyone. So I like to give them at least a little something extra, and let our monkey friend deliver it. Made it back to port, Cape Canaveral. See all NASA stuff over there, Space Center. There's the port. There's Disney ship over there. And it is already steamy this morning here in July, and it's definitely warm even here first in the morning. It's the last day. You find your station where they tell you to meet, and then they call out your number, and that's when you can leave. So we're down here at deck 5 in the promenade, and we'll go to our meeting spot. And it's all pretty efficient. They're really helpful, but you can still come down and get some food too if you want. Some people grabbing stuff from the cafe. So make sure you get your breakfast before you leave.
All right, we're back. So after our evening at the comedy club, then we enjoyed a little bit more of Sorrento's pizza. Had to get a couple more slices of pizza. I would say if you haven't, Sorrento's is open all hours of the day. People are definitely there late night getting those delicious slices.
It's probably
of pizza.
the most popular time.
It's popular at nighttime.
They pump it out.
They are just making those pizzas as fast as they can. I think my favorite the whole cruise was just the cheese pizza. It was delicious, really good, just really good solid pizza. We also went over to Cafe Promenade. I love the cookies there. The oatmeal raisin and the coconut cookies are probably some of my favorites favorite desserts on the ship, like favorite snacks on the ship.
Well, they have
Super
a
good.
tray of kind of rotating desserts, little cakes and things.
Yeah.
And those are all pretty good. I bet some of them we thought were really good. Some were like, not my favorite, but it's all free. So just go try it.
Go try it out. See what you like. I know some people hesitate to order things if they're not sure. And even like one of the crew workers working there, she's like, order whatever you want. It's like,
Yeah, you try to ask her a question like, oh, how's that one? She's like, just try it.
Just try it. Just try it. Just get it. It's like, it's like that everything is included. So might as well take advantage of that and try things that maybe you might like or you might not, but that's okay. So we enjoyed that, got some coffee, late night kind of decaf coffee to go with our desserts and some pizza. And then we kind of called it a night. It was a late night for us after
it was
the
pretty
comedy
late at that point.
But it was fun. It was kind of your last night on the ship. So you just kind of want to enjoy yourself your last night before you're going home the next day. So it's kind of that like bittersweet moment where you're so happy you're still on the cruise, but it's like it's almost over. So you're trying to just enjoy those last few moments.
Yep.
We did already have our stuff packed up, so we didn't have to worry about that. The next morning, we did get up early because it's an early morning departure. It was an 8 a.m. By 8 a.m. we needed to be out of our room. We had an 8:20 departure time.
Yeah, and I would say those such times are like a suggestion. It gives you a time and a spot in the ship that you're supposed to go line up basically. But once we got down there, it was basically like crew members were taking people and saying, no, let's send all you that way and that way. And tons of crew members all coordinating it. It takes a little bit of time. It's a lot of people trying to get off the ship. Yeah. But it's overall, it's very well coordinated.
We ended up going out of the one that was kind of midship, but there were so many people, so many crew members. I would say just be patient and be kind to the crew members. There were so many people who, if you have an early flight where you need to get off the ship,
that's the issue. There were some people getting frustrated.
There were some people getting frustrated, and rightly so. Like if you have traveled a flight you can't miss, you might want to make sure that you talk to somebody to get off the ship early. Because if you're waiting until everybody's getting off the ship, you're going to have to pack your patience and wait because there's lines.
I would talk to him. Just first of all, do not book a flight too early. It is not worth it.
No.
If you have to pay extra, you have to pay extra, but better than missing your flight. I mean, it takes a long... We were at Cape Canaveral, so even though Orlando's pretty close, it's not right there. Any cruise, that's just general advice. I wouldn't book a flight before like noon, personally.
Honestly, I wouldn't either.
Never.
Just make sure you have enough time to get off the ship, get your transportation to get to the airport you're going to. From Port Canaveral, depending on where you're going, it's going to take you a little bit of time. Traffic was moving smoothly for us this morning, but we were coming back to Disney for a few days at the end of so we were coming from Port Canaveral back to Disney World in Orlando, and it still took us a good 30 minutes.
We wouldn't have we probably would have gotten to the airport by 10 based on what we were getting to. So there you go. Noon flight would have been
flight would have been doable, but
been
still
the 2-hour window pushing it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people book earlier flights, and if you did do that and you didn't have an early enough departure off the ship, you could go to guest services the day before. And say, hey, here's a situation, and then I'll get down there early, and they'll probably accommodate you to get you one of the first people off. Yeah. So I was blown away with how good Royal has it. I mean, they've been doing this a while, but our only other experience was with Disney. That wasn't bad, but Royal's was better. It just was. When we got off the ship and got out of there, like, oh, here's the luggage. Oh, I see my bag.
Yeah, there it is.
With all those passengers, because they've got it so many different little sections. Our section only had like a dozen or so bags in that area, so it was no problem. Yeah. Other cruise lines, sometimes when you have them take your bags with you, it ends up in this mob of hundreds of bags. So it takes a little time to go look for them. Yeah. It was just a better system.
It was really well organized, very efficient. Yep. They also have facial recognition as you're getting off the ship. So if you have a passport, they've scanned your face as you came onto the ship. So when you get off the ship, of course, have your passport ready and handy with you, but they do facial recognition scans. So as long as they can scan your face, you just walk right off and
And we
you're
literally
done.
grabbed our bags, walked
Yep.
over there. There was no line.
No
We
line.
walked up, scanned your face, and we were done.
Yep,
And
it was
off
amazing.
and gone.
I'd say there was one line if you have passports. There's another line if you have birth
Yeah,
certificates.
if you have birth certificate,
So that might be a little slower process if you have birth
Yeah.
certificates. But for passports line, it was
that's
easy
why
breezy.
you hear this. Just you should have a passport. It makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
You can cruise. A lot of people don't know that you actually can cruise without it if you're sailing to and from a U.S. port.
Yeah.
You can just have your birth certificate. Like everyone, I'd recommend you go get that passport. It's
Yeah.
going to save you so much hassle. You know.
Definitely recommend that. It made our experience much more efficient and easy.
Yeah.
Easy for us for sure. Once you get off the ship, then you're basically out there to all of the transportation options that are available to you. It is a little bit hectic. I said just be prepared. Look at the signs. Look to the crew members who are there to assist you of where to go. They're going to have taxi services. They're going to have shuttle services. They also have rideshare. It's not clearly marked there at Port Canaveral, but there are some signs where it's basically incoming and outgoing. So it doesn't say rideshare, but it's for incoming drop-offs and outgoing, pickups. Basically,
It just took us
So,
a few minutes. I went and asked somebody, and
Yeah.
they pointed over there. Now that we know it, it's no big deal. We
super
literally can
convenient.
walk by all these people getting shuttles. Just walk straight over there.
Yep.
Stand here, get an Uber, and the Uber will take you. You'll probably have an Uber within picking you up within 5
Yeah.
minutes.
So if you've arranged transportation to pick you up, either a shuttle or a bus
Yeah.
or
That's
a
all-
prepaid service,
that's
they are
all
going to be on
very
one
clear.
side.
Yeah.
It's clearly marked, and they have each one where it's marked and where you're supposed to go and the lines. They also had a taxi service line if you wanted to schedule a taxi now. If you don't want to do it like an Uber or Lyft, we just went over to the side, requested our
Yeah.
Uber,
And the
and
taxi-
then they literally came.
The
within
taxi
15
might be a
minutes.
little bit faster if you really are rushed, but you're talking about 5 at
Yeah.
most 10 minutes.
5-10 minutes
Yeah.
maybe that we had to wait, and then we were able to get out of there really easily. That was good. It's good experience for us.
Honestly, I'm not
honestly.
overselling it. We've, the embarkation and disembarkation, I thought were excellent.
Yeah. Highly recommend. Based on our experience alone, our only prior experience to this was out of Miami's port. Port Canaveral's was
Yeah.
way better, but Royal also made it their embarkation disembarkation process very smooth, very efficient, just always moving, and people there to assist
They're
you.
pretty
They
friendly
made it-
too.
they made it very good.
the
very good
crew,
process.
the crew members are just also friendly. I mean, seriously, they were they were great.
Yeah, so overall, really, really good experience. Hope you guys enjoyed coming along with us on our cruise with Allure of the Seas. We had a fantastic time. If you have questions for us, this was just our first cruise with Royal, but we learned a lot on this trip.
Yeah.
And so we'd be happy to assist if you've got a Royal cruise coming up on Allure of the Seas, and you have any questions, please feel free to post those in the comments below, or reach out to us on our Instagram or Facebook pages at Heartland Family Adventures. If you have questions for us, or just want to hear our thoughts about what to plan for, what to prepare for, we're always happy to help. So I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with us. If you haven't, check out our prior days of our cruise. We kind of did a day-by-day vlog and a full overview of our experience. We also did a full overview of CocoCay, if you want to see just a deep dive and full overview of that island, as well as a full overview of Coastal Kitchen, that restaurant, and kind of each night of our main dining experience there. I hope you guys have enjoyed coming along with us on this cruise. Have a blessed day. We'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.